Now imagine building your legacy without sacrificing your relationships to do it. Now here's a hard truth. According to Harvard Business Review, the higher you rise in leadership, the more likely your personal relationships to suffer. And most people don't see it until the damage is already done. Now in this video, I'm going to break down why that happens and show you exactly how to lead with influence without leaving the people who matter the most. Now here's what we're unpacking today. Why leading at the highest level often creates hidden disconnect at home. Then the number one mindset shift that changes everything. And the framework I use with high-level clients to build the legacy without regret. Now you can have a full calendar and still walk into an empty room. I've lived that. Now there was a season where everything looked like it was working. Career rising, brand buzzing, impact growing. But behind the scenes, I was missing personal moments I can't get back. And the scariest part, it didn't look like neglect. It looked like success. Now, no one tells high performance this. Your presence can't be powered by leftovers. And here's what I've learned. When you invest in the right relationships, your leadership doesn't suffer. Your influence multiplies. Now, most high achievers don't lose relationships because they stop caring. They lose them because they stop being present. Now, let's break it down. Now, I once coached a client who was hitting record-breaking numbers in their business. But one night, their partner told them, "You're more available to your followers than to me." Now, that one sentence hit harder than any business metric ever could. You might be winning publicly, but someone's paying for it privately. Now, that emotional cost, that's the connection tax. Just because they support your mission doesn't mean they feel supported in return. Here's the sadder one I see all the time. A client will show up fully for every team meeting, camera on, energy up, and then come home and default to scrolling during dinner. Not because they didn't care, but because they were running on fumes. That's the influence drift, and it shows up in three quiet ways. The very first one is what I refer to as energetic drift. So your team gets your best energy, your family gets your leftovers. Then the next one is what I refer to as emotional drift. So you lead with empathy at work, at home, you are on autopilot. Then lastly is expectational drift. So with this one is you over-communicate with clients, but assume your partner just knows. So ask yourself, which of these is creeping in for you right now? Now, this drift don't just happen overnight, but they compound if you don't address them. Which brings me to this point. A founder I worked with used to say, "I'm not trying to control my team. I'm just trying to lead them well." But the truth, his team felt micromanaged. His family felt managed but not loved. And the turning point came when he stopped trying to lead over and started learning to lead with. Now, the subtle difference here is that positional leadership isolates and relational leadership scales. So if people only follow you because of what you produce, you haven't truly led them. So lead with and not over is a shift from commanding to connecting. A senior exec I work with had the team, the income, the respect, but he sat across from me and said, "I've hit every goal I said 5 years ago, and I still feel like I'm losing at home." And the hardest part, his family wasn't angry. They were just getting quieter. Not out of resentment, but out of resignation. That's when we built a new model. Not for more growth, but for real connection and lasting impact. That model has now become what I call the real leadership framework. Let's break it down. So the R in real is rooted. So you anchor your identity in values, not velocity. So even when you slow down, you don't lose who you are. Then the E is for engaged. So you are not just physically present, you are emotionally present with the people who matter the most. Then the A is for aligned. Your schedule reflects your real priorities, not just what's urgent or visible. And lastly, the L is for legacy driven. So you're not just building something impressive, you're building something they'll actually want to remember, not just to recover from. So after applying this, that exec started blocking white space into his week, not for rest, but for relationship. They told me now my leadership doesn't feel like a cost. It feels like something I can invite people into. You don't have to choose between legacy and intimacy. You just need a leadership model that protects both. So you don't have to choose between success and connection, between leading powerfully and being present meaningfully. But if you don't install a better model, you keep paying the connection tax. And most people who matter the most, they'll keep getting what's left of you instead of what's best of you. That's why in the next video, we're breaking down how your energy system may be the real issue behind leadership fatigue and emotional drift. So check out this next video, why I'm always tired, the truth nobody told you. Because sometimes the root of your leadership breakdown isn't a mindset issue, it's an energy one. I'll see you in the next video.